what God's will feels like to you is easy.
And it's always like a reminder of like, I get to talk to Busta Rhymes, but Busta Rhymes also gets to talk to me. And it's like a full circle. It brings it home for me. Every time I do cool shit, I be super excited. So I would imagine it feels for all of them like going to Disneyland for a child. His team reached out last year for Wisconsin Fest in Milwaukee. And they wanted us to perform. And it was like, man, Payne really wants you there. What can we do? And we made it happen. And we got to meet him and just his family, just chill and vibe. And we just got that message a few months ago back.
And was that process offer-based?
What do you mean?
So when you did the dealings with them, was it offer-based?
Hello, everybody. Hi. I'd like to introduce you to the Thizzle Dance.
Thizzle dance?
Thizzle Dance, I said. Can you do the Thizzle Dance?
All right, welcome to the DJ Murph and Pocket Show. Today we have LaRussell.
Yeah.
LaRussell is a rising hip-hop star. Well, he's here. From Vallejo, California, born and raised in the city's north side. He's been rapping since he's been 8 years old. Russell's music is deeply rooted in Vallejo upbringing, reflecting the city's struggles and triumphs. He's known for his smooth West Coast rap style and insightful lyrics and so much more.
Come on.
I feel like he's a marketing genius. I think that he is a trailblazer in the music industry, and he is going to make a lot of noise behind the scenes and in the front.
Come on.
Thank you. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
I'll say just as big as a pop star as a marketing genius.
Yeah.
It's on the same plateau, I feel like.
You absolutely.
Appreciate you. Fucking with the small guys.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone's big.
Yeah.
Everyone's big.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
may end up being one of the best interviews I've done, depending on how it goes. You feel me? And then it's like, everyone's big.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that I recently saw a video where you said it's easy for someone to look at me and see that that's attainable. You said it in one word or another, you know? And I love that. It's like, you know, like 40 says, there's no, I'm not above you, I'm not below you, I'm right beside you.
Come on.
Right. The same platform, right?
Yeah.
So we're sitting underneath LaRussell's pergola.
Come on.
He made very famous, which is he's turned into his own venue for people that come to watch your show. Now, what do you think it feels like for somebody that comes to your own backyard that's following you to come and see your show?
Every time I do cool shit, I be super excited. So I would imagine it feels for all of them like going to Disneyland for a child. You know, some days before the show, I'll just sit in my room and I got the front window so I can just kind of see everything. And it's like so beautiful to see 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, and 5-year-olds, and 50-year-olds coming in like, you know, like they're excited for what they're about to experience.
Right.
The whole community supports is insane. I saw yesterday you posted, you had that jacket, that Letterman jacket.
Yeah, the whole way around the corner.
You always post shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Man, it's dope. It's dope. G-Stack,
G-Stack,
like,
yeah.
It's big. The community is big.
Yeah.
Yeah, G-Stack made the barbecue, right? Is that the
pig.
barbecue guy?
Yep.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing what you've done. And from the people who follow you to legends too that came here, and like people that me and you and Murph have grown up being listening to and being influenced by and whatnot. So that's huge. It's huge.
Everybody knows that you're from Vallejo or from the Bay Area. And we are big Bay Area music fans. I'm a DJ. We said it on the Doobie interview. And, nobody rocks Bay Area music like the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Right.
Come on.
And I have to say, I had a conversation with Doobie just the other day. We were doing a little theater show in Concord. And before I was on the phone with him and telling him that we're about to do an interview with you. And he had nothing but salute to you. He's like, LaRussell is a real rapper. You know, I don't know if you had a conversation with him, but Doobie's as real as it gets. And he's like, he is a real rapper, and he is going to make some, you know, big moves, you know. I like to segue into, that reminds me of the Busta Rhymes thing that I just recently seen on Instagram. Like, tell me how you get to talk to someone like Busta Rhymes and what that feels like, and what that, you know, what the whole conversation was.
I would have made him spit that one verse from that Chris Brown joint.
What's that one?
Yeah. Man, it's an honor. I'm always grateful. It just happens through the work. It's really, you know, I don't know how all this shit be landing. I just keep going. I never stop. And as I keep going, different people hop in the car, different people hop out. Sometimes I stop, pull over the car, get towed, I buy a new car, but I get back on that road and I keep going. And that was one of those moments and those things, you know, as a kid, my pops used to have a Suburban, and he used to always play Put Your Hands Where the Party Can See.
Put your hands like
You
that.
feel me? Like, and I just, that's like a core memory for me, being in the back of the truck and the sub titty and that beat. Man, so to get that call and hear the voice, but he's saying my name, it's like incredible. And it's always like a reminder of like, I get to talk to Busta Rhymes, but Busta Rhymes also gets to talk to me. And it's like they're full circle, brings it home for me.
Yeah. So I also seen, he's like, I'm coming to the pergola. Like, I want to come to the pergola.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was juiced for the whole thing. And he's like, I'm going to do one for you and you're going to do one for me. Right?
Yeah.
It was like a 50-50 split right there on documented.
I love
screen,
it.
Right?
So he don't hold his word.
Right. So, Busta, we're sitting right here. Where you at?
Oh, God.
It's crazy because, like he said, I get to talk to Bus, but Bus gets to talk to me. A lot of the way that you do things, the way that you move and run your business, a lot of the legends could learn from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're doing something new and then you're making it cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you're also helping a lot of people find their own route in the independent, you know, movement.
Man, I love like hanging with the OGs and making music with them, because me and T, like, we like, drop that shit. You know, like we are urging them to get back in, because they still 40 can still go.
Yeah.
Like, and he wants to go. Like, he don't get off as much as he used to, but 40 can still go. And like, if you spark that energy in them, Warren G, like, he's gonna come out here this week. He like, man, I want to do a whole EP after that clip went. It sparked me. Yeah. And sometimes, like, just like in life, like, niggas just forget what this shit is about. You get so caught up in all this shit that don't really matter, and you stop doing the shit you love, and then there's a young nigga come around that's like, no, I still love to play. Like, all that other shit don't matter to me. And it sparks something to see them like, oh, Richie Rich, we finna get back in. Like, it's just been dope to see them get that embrace, because, you know, everyone is always like youth focused. It's like, you gotta make sure you focus on kids, but it's like everyone who's currently on the planet matters and will be impacting, you know, someone that's so fashioned or born. You feel me? Like, you can't just focus on the youth, because who the fuck is the youth learning from? These old niggas, us, the next gen, you know? So it's like everybody is impactful, and you gotta touch everyone. And that's what I love with what we've been doing with hip hop. I feel like we bridging the gap.
Yeah.
From here to here. If the show's reflected, there's 5-year-olds and 55-year-olds.
Yeah, it's good. It's so good to see. And you're doing it in a way that's like very innovative and creative. I can tell you're just excited and passionate.
Yeah.
And I wanted to wait to ask this question, but it almost feels like in my own personal journey, like you say, like one move gets a move, and you're just going down this lane, and people are like, how are these things kind of evolving for you? And does it feel spiritual to you?
It's very spiritual. Very. And it's always been, but I wasn't always able to recognize it then as I can now. But it's always spiritual. Like, some shit is just ordained. Like I can't do nothing else. You know, even if I try, it just happens. Like, we just be on our walks and then nigga get to talking and like something comes out that's like helps someone else. You feel me? And it's like we don't really have control over it. So I just choose to document and share it.
Right. So like it's almost like what God's will feels like to you is easy. It seems right.
God's plan, my will.
Right.
Right.
And then when it's not, it don't feel right, or like you say, I can't do anything else. It just doesn't feel right.
Right.
Or it doesn't feel like this, correct?
Right.
Right.
Yeah. It's tougher. Shit is tougher. Like, life be heavier when you're trying to do the shit that you're not supposed to be doing.
Right.
Like, doing the shit that you're supposed to do, you know, it's like, and you just embrace it, comes a lot easier than doing all the other shit, because other shit brings so much emotion, so much anxiety, so much on, like, you're constantly in a battle to just live when you're doing shit that you're not supposed to do or don't love to do.
Yeah, and you're not just talking about doing wrong things.
No.
You're just talking about the things that are not right for you.
Exactly. Exactly. Right and right for you is two different things.
Yeah. Should I be at Home Depot or should I be entertaining? Because them people at Home Depot, they stress me out when I'm working at Home Depot.
Oh, God.
But when we're entertaining, does it feel like Home Depot? No. So kind of like an easy way to measure that.
Right.
And how do you distinguish what's right and what's not right? Like, what does that process look like?
For you?
For you.
I mean, but you're saying like for how I distinguish it?
God knows.
I look at it as like, it's like the body. If you eat something that ain't right for you, your body gonna tell you. It's gonna be like, you get this shit out of me, throw up, you gonna have this shit, you might get food for it, you know, there's a bunch of things that happen. And life is similar for me. Like, I just feel dis-ease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard you mention your walks a few times. Are you a person of habit? Like, do you need that in the like going on walks? Is that part of your creative process?
It's just part of like the life process, more so than a creative. It was up with life, and you know, life aims creativity.
Yeah. What is that process? Do you mean like a certain environment, or it's open at all times?
I share a lot of space, so the walk is just like a me. It's just like a thing that's like, I'm doing this for me, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I not really environment centric, because I could be anywhere. And go on a nice stroll. It's just like I just be having a good in there.
I have to ask you about the offer-based. How did you come up with the offer-based concept? And how do you, and where do you see it going?
I came up with it. I was on a bike ride, and I was thinking about Nip and Proud to Pay and his $100 album. And I was just like, how can I do that, but not charge people $100? Because I didn't know too many niggas that had $100 to swing in music, you know, at the time. But I wanted people to support me. So I just was like kind of going through my mind. And I was like, man, anything would be better than nothing. So I'm going to just let people pay anything. And that kind of opened the door of my first Proud to Pay. And then from there, we got to offer base, because I got to a point where I was like, I want people to be able to pay anything, but I want to be able to say whether that's worth my time and value or not still, because, you know, I want to have an appreciation for myself and what I put into. And that got us to offer base. And offer base it's the future. I mean, I've already changed music. Like, you know, every artist that releases through even, you just pay what you want. And the way we do merchandise and the way a lot of commerce is going, you know, I know so many people that's adapting to practice, but offer base is literally, it's the future, because It's the future because it's the past. You know, in the previous world, we trade and barter, and we, you know, offer what we're willing to give in exchange for this.
Mhm.
That's all I'm doing. It never left.
Yeah.
It never left.
That's such a crazy way to think of it.
So
That's
before
so
it
true.
was $10 an album, and are they able to offer you $200 for your album and you accept it?
Yeah.
And
I'm saying
sure-
you've got like a couple thousand off someone just wanting to support, you know.
No, I wonder.
Yeah.
My bad. I thought I let some juice out. My bad.
But exactly. People pay thousands.
Yeah.
People pay thousands when they fuck with you and they love you. Like, and but that's the beauty of like that trade and barter.
Yeah.
Some days I'm up on rice. I'm up on grain. So when I come holler at you because I've been fucking with you, I'll be like, here, just take this extra. Give me that.
Yeah.
You good. You feel me? That's the human in
Right.
you. But when you have the set prices, it doesn't allow me to voice my opinion in it. I just have to agree with whatever you told me. And sometimes I disagree. You feel me? So this just opened the door for people to, it ain't no disagreement necessary. It's like, this is what you offered and this is what I'm willing to accept.
Yeah.
This is what I'm willing to accept. This is what you are. It alleviates all conversation, you know?
Right. Yeah. It's smart. So someone comes to your show, they offer you, do you look at a whole list of offers and you say, you know, I'm going to take those two $5 offers
Yeah.
or $5 offers, and I'm going to take some of these 50 and
That's
I'm gonna
exactly
take a
what
bunch
I
of
do.
these 500s and I have a budget of what I want to make and what I want my crew to get paid, and that's how we're going to do this one. That's how you kind of
That's
approach
exactly
that.
how it works.
I mean, just
Yeah.
opening your home to everybody has got to play a tremendous role in that, because even the people that aren't coming back here, they're watching with you. That people are coming
Right.
here.
And that's the
Residents.
thing. It's like every show we do is offers based outside the backyard as well.
Yeah.
So it's like people are just conditioned to. Man, I'm grateful because when you come to a LaRussell show, you have to have a first time experience again in life.
Yeah.
After so long, you lose those. But like to buy a ticket to my show, you have to do something new. So it's like it's just the conditioning that it creates within people is different.
And this is what I see, and this isn't a question, this is what I'm noticing, and I just recently noticed this with something else. You're creating this excitement and exclusivity that people they want that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
We went to this restaurant in Disneyland recently called Club 33. And someone was able to get us in, and it is a place in Disneyland that you cannot normally get into. And the excitement that we had when we got in that place, and it was a basic restaurant. Like, it was all right. It was a nice restaurant, but it was somewhere where Disneyland just does not let people in.
And that's how this is, but the difference is it ain't nothing like any other restaurant.
Right.
It's like, and the food fucking banging.
Yeah.
You walking away with a smile.
Yeah. You're walking in with a smile.
in, out, right?
You're walking in with the vibe. You
And
might
know
have to
what-
do less
you know
work
what-
for the energy
you know
because
what's
they're bringing it.
crazy? That shit, that walking in with a smile and out with a smile, doesn't happen as much as it should. I've been to various concerts, comedy shows where it just don't, like, you want to go, but that energy, just the atmosphere doesn't bring it. The experience doesn't cultivate it, you know, and you don't get that no more.
Right. Experience
You
is a
don't get
big
that
word,
shit
right?
no more.
Wow.
Man, like, what's the last hip hop show you've been to that you had to go home and tell everybody about and rave because it was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You're right.
It's been a long time.
And not just hip hop, music in general.
Well, we have a good time out there, right? But we're in the mix, and we go out because we have a good time. Los is like, well, the other night, but we're out
think-
there having a good time because we're having a good time, you know?
Exactly. Which is two different things.
Yeah.
It's like we've been on sets where it was like long as fuck and boring, but we were having a great time. But that's not the same as the experience being great. You
Right.
feel me?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you're supposed to do that. But when was the last time the experience was like, this is it? You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like Tech Nine's like the only artist I was like happy like walking out of the performance because of his like actual thing.
Yeah.
He invests inside the performance.
I think of the Jay-Z concert when we went to a city and saw Jay-Z. That was epic. That was crazy, you know?
Yeah.
But that's a high dollar. They put a
Right.
lot of work in that show. You know?
Some people get that and only pay $1 from me. You feel me? Like it's insane.
Yeah, that's good.
How many of those dollar offers do you pick?
However many I want. However many I want. It really just depends on the show and experience. Some I'll pick them all. You feel me? Like there's some shows we let everybody in. It's whatever. And then there's some that's like the backyard, there's only so much capacity and we got food and it's just a bunch of different shit that factor into it. So I can't do everybody. Like the wait list for these shows be
Long.
2-3x the capacity.
Man.
How does it feel when a crowd full of people shout out the words of your songs?
Legendary.
Oh my God.
Legendary. It's a great experience and feeling. The last backyard show we did was one of the first ones where like they was rapping that shit like all the way. I didn't have to say nothing.
I was gonna say that your crowd work's insane, where you're only rapping half the time because everyone else is rapping every single lyric. It's crazy. I love seeing that. I've got chills watching some of your shows. I think
that
you went up to LA and did like the Roxy. I think was
that was great. That was my first LA. Nah. That was like my first major LA show in like a venue.
Yeah.
Do you think on a bigger arena, because I know you're about to go on a tour with T-Pain, is that going to be your biggest show series yet?
Tour, yeah, but I've done like Shoreline, Greek Theater, and Black on the Block is a couple thousand.
Different marketing.
So, yeah, but this is gonna be dope because it's pains based. So I have to play each game to win. I don't just get to play. I gotta play it like you gotta earn that love again, which is a beautiful thing for me because I mostly do a lot of my own shit, so I don't have to fight too hard. So it's going to be like dope to just get that at that abundant amount.
Yeah.
Like every night I could walk home with 2,000 new fans.
Yeah.
If I do my job.
Right.
We about to hear LaRussell with auto-tune on stage during the tour.
We were talking yesterday about, coming and talking to you. Obviously, we're going to prep for this, and we're talking about the T-Pain tour. And we were talking about how he kind of revolutionized auto-tune.
Yeah. Yeah.
What song do you think of when you think of T-Pain?
Can't believe it.
Oh, I can't believe it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
I feel like
Mine's I'm Sprung.
I feel like I'm in love with a stripper. That was the one that comes to my mind.
Yep. Can't believe it.
How did that relationship form? Tell us about the whole T-Pain experience.
His team reached out last year for Wisconsin Fest in Milwaukee. And they wanted us to perform. And it was like, man, Pain really wants you there. What can we do? And we made it happen. And we got to meet him and just his family, just chill and vibe. And we just got that message a few months ago back and was like, Pain absolutely wants you on this tour. Whatever we got to do. And it was such a seamless process. It was one of the best experiences I've had in just booking in a tour like this magnitude. Like everything was just smooth.
And was that process offer based?
What do you mean?
So when you did the dealings with them, was it offer based?
Kinda, not necessarily, because for touring they have like budgets.
Yeah.
And it's either I fit within that budget or I don't. And but I guess it was offer based because I was able to,
I was
able to determine if the budget was worthwhile for me or not,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk a little bit about like the marketing side of that, right? Because you're touching a whole new market. It's T-Pain's base, and then that demographic it still aligns with yours, right? Because you get T-Pain has got all of us old guys and some of the youngsters, so it aligns. It aligns for sure. The demographic aligns. Are you approaching it a different way, or are you just a type of guy to just go in and like I'm gonna have fun and when or is there some strategy?
No. I was treated the same as all the other shit. Like go in and do my thing. You know,
Yeah.
we're gonna document it. This is we're documenting, you know, we document my entire life,
Yeah.
but we share a lot of shit in real time. So people are gonna get to experience and witness what it's like to be on tour with T-Pain and how the shoulder, how the back and goes.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be a dope thing for people to just be tuned in, because I feel like with this music industry, our insight is very minuscule into like what's happening. You know,
Yeah.
we share a lot of meetings and daily and shit like that, but you know, outside of that, you know, it's limited documentation. So
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna be cool to be immersed in and be able to show that.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt. That's cool, man. T-Pain was one of my favorite.
Hey,
That's
that's
one
some
of
shit.
my, back in the day, bro.
Hey,
when I
you don't
when,
even-
when I was in
it feels
relationships, and shit.
unreal for a little Bay Area boy.
Yeah, I bet, bro. It's cool. It speaks volumes, like that his team reached out to you. You know, it speaks
Man.
volumes on like the movements that you make from this itty bitty city, right?
Right.
That's huge. What about are you guys? What is the you guys sell hella merch? So on tour, do you guys have a piece of that? You guys get to sell, like, because you guys are going to be in like arenas and shit like that. What's the process?
Yeah, so
of that?
on tour, like when you go on tour with another artist, like Pain, they usually do one big merch stand, but you
Okay,
better
okay, yeah.
they'll either allocate you like 2 or 3 songs.
Okay, yeah,
like
yeah.
a t-shirt or something that you can add up, and then you can sell merch for all you too.
Crazy. Cool.
Yeah.
Can we touch a little bit on like the master wars? You own all your masters, right?
Yeah.
Your music.
Yeah.
It's always been a huge issue in music, in the industry. You see it like constantly from back in the day to now. You see like Puff Daddy, he's getting rid of all his, selling his publications back and shit. What, you don't have to deal with that. What's like, and you've said it before, but what is like your current advice to young artists that are trying to navigate that? Some people don't have a choice, right? I guess they do, but
Everyone has a choice.
yeah. But some people, a lot of artists, they have the feeling that they need it. Everything is right now. It's like they get off, they want that right now. So constant like issue that I feel artists that get themselves locked in the deals. That's the issue. They want it right now. What's the advice for those young artists?
It's funny, like we've been having this reoccurring thing, and I've been like telling people I don't really have advice for them in words. I feel like if the blueprint I've laid and showcase isn't enough, there's nothing really that can be done. You know, it's like there's nothing you could tell somebody that's going to. Words are conversational, actions are transformational. You know, like, words are informative, actions are transformative. And I just feel like I've done it. I've showed it. You know, the most advice I can give is like, watch, study, so you don't end up in those situations. You feel me? Like, but you have to study.
Yeah. Just like everything else, I guess, right?
Like everything, and it's like the master shit. It only matters if it matters to you.
Yeah. And
that's the thing within the industry, is like you don't have to be convinced something matters to you if it don't. If you're not an artist that give a fuck about your masters and you just want to sign a deal where you could get a lower percentage, but they'll blow you up and make you a star and the rest of your life you could tour, then do that. You feel me? Like it doesn't have to matter to everyone. It's not a big thing to everyone. Some niggas never own a home or own a car, and that's okay. You know that it's okay. But if you want that and want to take on the duties and the work of that, then own your shit. But for a lot of people don't own their masters because if they did, they wouldn't know how to make their master valuable.
Yeah.
So they go to the people who know how to make the master valuable and let them own it so they can do all the work to make it valuable. And then you get the benefit of being Chingy or Soldier Boy. You know, the rest of your life, you can now make money off your name, whether you own your master or not. So I think that the thing is like, just deliver, be successful, be great. You might not own the team when you start on the team, but at the end of your career, you may. So, you know, like for me, it mattered because of how I wanted to release my music, how I wanted to run my business, how I wanted to employ my team, how I wanted to help my family. It mattered. but it's not that for everyone. So for some of these guys, it's like, bro, take that $15,000 deal, especially if you're not willing to do the work. It's best to get around people who are willing to do the work and fund it and let them do their thing. You know, that you can just live your life and do your thing. So it just depends. Like some of this on the masters, but it's like you don't do no work.
Yeah.
So that master's gonna sit and collect dust because you don't want to film, you don't want to shoot, and now you're not giving it to them, so you don't have a budget. So like it becomes worthless at that point.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So it's known that you have turned down a deal from record companies like Rock Nation. I know that's a known thing. And feel free to touch bases on that. But also tied into, do you think that you could have a record label of a size of that and handle it the way that you're handling your business and the artists that you work with right now? I know that's a loaded question. So how did the Rock Nation thing go for you?
Yes and no. You know, every month we have these conversations on like, why are we indie? Do we want to be major? Why will we be major? What's the difference? And you know, my last moment of that, I made a call to Troy Carter. He was like, nigga, no. He said, there's no amount of money they can give you for the freedom that you want. It just, no. The way you do this shit, they can't work with it. And we've been shown time after time. It's like, even the free indie guys can't keep up with us. You feel me? So it's like the major is really the system isn't. If I wanted to go major, I'd have to be willing to change what I do. Yeah. So for me, it's like, I'm just not there yet. When I get to the point, it's like when you go to the movie theaters, you know you need to be quiet and turn your phone off. If you're not willing to do that, don't go to the fucking movie theater. You feel me? But but you're not going to change the movie theater because that's their infrastructure. Right. So there is no major that could do what we do now in alignment with us. But there is a major that could help if we work together. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna come in like this to help your system, and you do this to help mine. Then yeah, but at the pace that we currently run, when a nigga, I'm here with Timberland, drop that. Warren G, drop that. Oh, I'm in with Coley, drop that. Oh, I did a freestyle, went viral, dropped it. The little girl go by, dropped it. That don't work in the system. Right. You need 5-6 weeks. You need to go holler at Yo to get it. That don't work.
It's like you got to run everything through a committee, right? And it's like, no, I want that now, and we're posting that tomorrow.
It just don't work the same. It don't work. You don't even have the same accesses. Like it's a system, you know. And it's like, if you want to be in the industry and in the system, you have to play a certain way. You know, right. They're not here to be indie. That's not what they're here for. Yeah.
So, your social media presence, it seems calculated. I see you all the time.
I swear you got Oompa Loompas just working for you.
Oh, man. I have to know.
His own little Willy
I have to know about the strategy. I have to know about the marketing. Yeah. Personally, I need to know this. Like, for my personal value and anybody listening, like, how do you gain followers? Do you pay for ads? Did you pay for ads? Like, what are there certain times that you're doing this at? Is there a mathematical, like, just give us the game on the social media and the marketing there.
Okay. You grow followers by doing things that people are interested in. You do cool shit. Yeah. You share cool shit. You share information. I always look at content as like, it either got to be informative, entertaining, or emotionally moving. If it's not hitting any of those, it's like that shit's gonna go to the wayside, you know. And so first you gotta make dope shit. I mean, that's the ingredient one. Yeah, do dope shit. Like, be someone that people want to follow. That's the easiest way. after that, I think it starts getting easier once you start getting close to move. So like once you finally do something cool enough to move the metrics, as in like if you got 1,000 followers, you're yielding 5-10x to that, like of people seeing it. I think at that point you can get into the ad phase because you know something worked. If you get something that's like everybody is saying, damn, we love this. This piece made me feel so good. That's the smartest thing to run an ad behind. Because everybody already said they love it. So that you already know when that ad go out, almost everybody who see it gonna probably fuck with it. Keep that motherfucking moving perpetually if you can. Because 9 months later, a nigga gonna see this video that everybody loved today and he gonna become a new fan. Because he fuck with it. Your ad spend is always justifiable. If I could spend $1 and get one new fan who comes to my shows, buys merch, streams my music, support, put other people on, I got my money back, whether it was monetary or not. After the ad phase, or before the ad phase, like ads is boost. But after ads, you have a thing called seeding. Seeding is when, like, you know, when something happens and you see it everywhere. Yeah. Be on this page, this page, this page. In the industry, they use seeding companies. That's somebody you can pay to send a post to a bunch of different platforms. So it's here. It's on Say Cheese, it's on Academics, it's on this. You reserve your seeding for things that like are like already proven itself, you know, to get the best value. Scheduler, having a scheduler. The reason you see me so many times, there's a post that went up now during this interview and you ain't see me touch my phone because it's scheduled. It's already in there. We shoot so much. Everything I shoot, I'm going to take this interview when it goes up. When you give it to me, I'm going to drop it in this site called Munch. And Munch is going to pull 30 clips out of there. I'm going to go through those 30 and I'm going to pick the ones that actually make me feel something. It makes me smile, it makes me happy, it moves me. I'm only going to use them. Just because I had 30 don't mean I need to share 30. Right. I'm going to pick the ones that's like, bruh, that was him. Yeah. I'm going to schedule them motherfuckers out. It's going to say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Across the top, 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m. I can fill in as many of those slots as I want each day. The game I like to play is trying to fill all of those boxes in with something that I enjoy. Schedule them motherfuckers out. Let it rock. One interview, if I pulled out 6-7 pieces and I'm only showing that interview on Mondays, that's 7 weeks. And you have to alternate. We don't want to see the same shit every day. So like my interview column for 7 days, it's all an interview at 12 p.m. It's always an interview, but it's a different platform. Right. Never see the same clip for months. Even when we do visualizers, like the music video I posted yesterday, you're not going to see it again till the next 2 months. And when you see it then, it's going to be a different half of it that you didn't even see yet. Yeah. And there's shit in there that wasn't in the first one, you feel me? Yeah. So having that shit scheduled.
What's your scheduler? What scheduler do you like to use?
Hootsuite.
Okay.
I use an Excel sheet first though. Like I build out my entire schedule in Excel and drop what I'm gonna post here, and then I drop it in the Hootsuite and schedule it all out.
Right.
Do you do that yourself?
Yeah.
Yep. Is that important?
I take pride in that.
Yeah. Do you think it'll get to a point where you have to like hand that over?
It has already, and I took it back.
Yeah.
Like I was doing it originally, and then T came in, and T had my shit going and booming, and then we was having so many clips that it was like, I don't love that, I don't want that no more, and we had to like, okay, how can we refine this? And the best refinement was for me to like be back in. Like you have to. There's some work you have to do for your brand and your life. You feel me? And that's something that if ain't shit going up, that mean I didn't do my job, you know?
At one point, I seen you putting T out there. We mess with T too. Don't get it twisted. Like we pay attention to the whole crew.
Come on.
That's what I like about you too. It's not just about LaRussell. Like it seems like you are rocking with your camp. You know what I mean? Like really, like not a gatekeeper. Like just trying to like everyone's moving in the same direction.
Yeah, I
But
try.
man, I do remember a post or a campaign where it was like, "We will help you do what we do," and I put an offer out. I was like, "Murphy's Entertainment needs this."
Hilarious.
You know what I mean? And I was like, "How can I get a T?" And T didn't accept that offer, but I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her.
It be a lot of them, and we can't always help but contribute. But when we can and where we can, we do.
No, absolutely. Let's see. You got something?
Yeah,
Pockets?
I want to run through that. Our plug your city.
Okay.
I think we should hit that right now. It's that segment we was talking about. Hey, Losa, can you run a timer for us?
Yeah.
Get ready. We're gonna do 60 seconds, and we're gonna have LaRussell go through artists from Vallejo. Now, this could be rappers, singers, like painters, like whatever. Just artists from Vallejo, old, new. It's called Plug Your City. We'll give you 60 seconds. Ready, go.
LaRussell, Seattle, Splash, Honey Cujo, Tassie, Laughter Pharaoh, E40, Doobie, Mac Dre, The Boy, SOB, RBE, The Click, Be Legit, Sugar T, CC Sabathia, CJ Anderson, Eddie Key, Eddie Berrigan, Chalberto, Sneak, Scando, damn, I'm blanking. There's so many.
Stop.
There's so many.
That was 60 seconds. So many artists from Vallejo have influence.
We had like 23. Was it 23? But some of them were what?
You didn't tell me to count.
No, I did.
Okay.
Shit. Losa. It was like 23, but some of them were clicks. Some of them were groups.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay.
Big Gigs, Jason.
Do you want to run that?
Run that back.
Should we run that one back?
No. We got it.
I love that. You have a lot of local artists that come back here with you too. That you put on.
Mostly everyone who we champion locally.
Okay. I seen you. We have a similar guitarist, Harry Simmons.
Yeah.
He does work for me too from our shows too.
Yeah, he's done a few with us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love that. We were talking, and your sets, when I watch them, they remind me of the Roots. It's like a hip hop band behind you. You're not just rapping over beats.
It's a hip hop band.
It's a hip hop band.
Yeah.
So, and it feels like funky and spoken word and freestyle and flowing and you also remind me of a college dropout Kanye from the Bay. Like that's kind of what I've told people. I was like, he reminds me of, Kanye back in the day, but like from the Bay, but not like super. Like he just got his own vibe. It's hip hop.
Yeah.
So
It's hip hop.
It's hip hop.
The real hip hop. The hip hop we love that we grew up on and make us feel like hip hop, man. It's that hip hop. You can't say that after everything.
No. It's not trap. It's hip hop.
It's hip hop.
So, who are your hip hop people? Like who was your top three?
I don't really have a top because I really maneuver and navigate through so many artists. Like I really don't have a top. But hyper influence pop. Kanye, DMX, Buster, Andre 3000, Eminem, Dre, Hov, 50 Cent, T.I., Hurricane Chris, Cassidy, Missy Elliott. My influence that just came from soul. Like I'm a fan of hip hop, bro.
Right.
Nelly, hip hop really gave it to me.
Right. I try to explain to the youngsters that when these people came out, when Nelly came out, he was raw, like nothing sounded like that.
Right. Oh
Like-
God, nothing. I still haven't heard a song like that. I'm going down, down, baby. Your street in the Range Road, street sweeper, baby. Ready to let it go. Like, the nigga talking about a drive-by. And it was like, like the kid, you feel me? Like, hey, I don't hear those no more. Like,
Right.
those records, literally, like, they kind of stripped us of them in a way. Like, they don't even exist no more. It's kind of crazy.
Man, the bass never sounded like that before Nelly either, because that do do do
Yeah.
do do.
Man,
It was like, oh shit.
just we don't get them no more. Loving Me by Nelly. Whatever you want, ever loving me.
Like he even did that shit
We
with
don't
Tim
have
McGraw.
those.
That shit with Tim McGraw too, the country song.
It was the first nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Lil Nas X gets like modern day praise, but Nelly been in that field.
Yeah.
I just saw him perform on that Kevin Hart joint on Netflix. You guys see the Kevin Hart? You see the Kevin Hart special?
Not yet.
He just got the Mark Twain award. You guys got to watch it. But he did Nelly's
Loving Me
pays
was
himself.
one of my favorite cuts.
But you know, that's why I'm excited about working with, like, I love the young niggas too, but I'm excited about working with the OG producers like the Timberlands and Pharrell and them because
Oh,
I know they still have those beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just nobody who could do that.
Yeah.
Except me.
Timberland and LaRussell sounds like the craziest combination.
Man, we made some shit. We made some shit, and it's rap, and it's like
That's
we made some
legendary,
shit.
Legendary.
Next level. Neptune.
Bro, that
Like-
beatboxing video is like, you know how much you gotta, you know how like much you gotta excite a nigga to make him want to beatbox.
Yeah.
Like, when the last time you did that? like for real.
That's so funny.
For a nigga to want to start beatboxing, you gotta really have a nigga like
Yeah, and that's what you did with
ready to
Timberland.
play. Come on,
He was beatboxing.
come on,
That's so sick.
Little lights and everything.
come on.
Yeah, the lights going.
You know, touching bases on that, when you said Loving Me, like, we were just driving in the car. I just recently did a show and was kind of talking to the producer of Keep Your Head Up by Tupac.
Yeah,
And I was telling my wife, man, Tupac did slow rap jams like no other.
yeah.
Like the Dear Mama, The Life Goes On, the, you know,
It ain't
there was
easy.
one on, oh,
Heaven ain't hard to find. All he did slow rap, life rap. Life
Yeah.
don't move always at this tempo, you know. Like we do life rap still, where it's like, nah, nigga, you gotta chill and listen to this one. Right? You can't
Yeah.
jump around, like, and that's
Everything's a party.
like I say, it's a lot of those skills like just feel like foreign territory now in today's artistry. Like, shit just don't exist. I feel like we lost traditions. You know, like
Right.
we lost native dishes.
I know your mom's very special in this whole process. She was the first person to greet us today. I know that she's in the trenches with you at the front door,
Huh.
collecting the tickets. She reminds me a lot of my mom. Like,
Hey, mama, you heard him? You
yeah,
hear what he say you be doing?
yeah. She got a Murph shirt. I hope she wears it. Yeah, I brought her. I said, "You want a red?" She said, "You want a water?" I said, I would like a water, but do you want a cold Red Bull?" She said, "How did you know I like Red Bull?" Like I did with homework or something. But
Hilarious.
I bring up Mama to say, and kind of segue from the Tupac Dear Mama thing to say, in your catalog, what is your Dear Mama? Do you have it yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
What's the name of it?
That's the second one. It's already one. What is the fucking song? What is the fucking song? Yeah. But yeah, I do.
Right.
I got a couple. I got one that I just wrote recently too that's hard as hell.
Yeah. What does it
Yeah.
sound like?
Thank you.
Thank you. It's all thank you. On
Thank
silence won't save you. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is
And
that?
you know what's hella funny too? When I was younger, I made a like a Hey Mama song when I was in like high school.
Right.
I've been on Mama Raps.
Yeah.
I've been on Mama Raps.
Right. Hey Mama, like the Kanye West one, right?
Yep.
What inspires you about your mom?
She is she is the most freely living nigga I've ever met. like if you, she's one of them niggas, like if we was all slaves, everybody be like, how the fuck you keep getting away with this? And it's like, you just don't know. She just like one of them niggas. It was like, and but for real, like the reason I'm able to navigate my journey as like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want, and y'all not gonna play with me. And if niggas do play, is like, suck my dick. And we gonna want, you feel me? Like,
You put that in a song. I do what I want.
I do what I want. I do what I want. Yeah, I'm my mother's son. You feel me? Like that liberation to just not care and go after what the fuck I want.
It seems like you have 100% support from her as well.
Definitely.
Like, is there ever a time where she's like, not today, not in my backyard?
Yeah, but no. No. Yes and no.
Right.
Like, she a human, so she don't want to deal with niggas at her house and all the extra shit, but when it's time for backyard shows, never. It's like, we know what we all do here,
Right.
but, yeah, for the even when she not in the mood, you know, she'll go our space and let us do our thing. So
Yeah.
so it's 100%.
Hold on. Let me.
Yeah,
I want to
let's
get into
brief.
this real quick. Yeah. Before we even close out, I wanted to talk about your performance. Where, because no one really performs. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's very raw, and your expressions are like everybody feels it. Like it's almost like a vibration that people feel when they hear you. You know what I'm saying?
Good word.
Where did you? Where did that come? You always perform like that, or you pick bits and pieces from people?
Yeah, my very first show, I remember I was done and niggas was like, man, like how long you been doing this? Well, that was my very first time performing. So I
Just came natural.
Through practice. Like when I was doing my first show, I had went and bought like speakers and a mixer and shit, and I used to just sit in the garage and rap over and over and over. And I remember one of my like that first week I was doing it, my pops had called like my cousin down to come check it out. And like come check the shit out. And I was rapping and I was like breathy and couldn't get the words, and he was like, just stop. And I wouldn't stop. I'm like, nigga, I'm rehearsing. You feel me?
Yeah.
And just that practice gets you to that point. You feel me? Like Jordan was only able to go up and stick his tongue out and come up there because he did that shit thousands of times. And like I've rehearsed so much throughout my journey. Like it like hours.
Yeah. Like
more amount of time. I spent more time rehearsing than niggas probably spend in the studio in their span of their journey.
Yeah. Practice. I did a show with you at the Coliseum, and
At the Coliseum?
yeah, it was I forget what he was. I forget what the show was called. But you brought your own speaker system and studied on everybody, bro, all the performers at the show. You brought your own system.
I wasn't standing on y'all. I just needed what I needed to make my shit
No,
happen.
it made a difference, though. It made a difference.
It made a difference.
Yeah. It made a difference. Your live shows are dope, bro. They were one of the best live shows.
Damn, when was that? Like years ago?
That was like a year and a half ago, like during like New Year's or so.
Huh.
What was that for? It was they had a bunch of vendors everywhere. They had us like they had us in a weird spot in the parking lot. BossCon.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
years ago.
Yeah.
At least?
Yeah.
What, like 2022 or some shit? 2021? Yeah.
We do this thing where we ask questions from our Instagram users and you know, what do you want to ask LaRussell? So this is an interesting one. What are your thoughts on the fentanyl epidemic and the rappers that are contributing to their influence, the use of drugs, and the spike in overdoses of this younger generation?
I don't think about it that much, honestly. Rappers play a part, but it's like far beyond rappers.
Right.
Like that's a very minute, minuscule perspective of what's taking place. I don't know. I'll have to get back.
Right. I think that particular question has a lot to do with laws that are in place and the things that were lifted. Like, it's a whole other conversation. And
Well, I work in the criminal justice spectrum, and so there's some like literature out that states that music is a direct correlation to like incarceration, drugs.
It is. It is. What I mean is the reason rappers are rapping about those things is far beyond like Meek Mill is who he is due to a bunch of things that created and cultivated a nigga who raps about sliding on people and killing his people and getting somebody. Like it's such a further lineage, and a lot of people like to stop at the rapper, and it's like it's a minuscule perspective because the rappers that rap about that shit and talk about that shit and promote that shit is rappers that you don't expect more from. It's like, what the fuck did you expect him to do? Teach you physics? Yeah. It's like, what else? What did you? Are you going to him and you're like, oh, he's supposed to teach us about liberation and the problem? It's like, cut that shit. You feel me? And it's the same vice versa. I just seen a fucking video of them in a council hall, and it's like, who the fuck we got in charge? Yeah. Niggas talking about rappers. It's like that if the rappers the issues. Right. I ain't seen a rapper lock a nigga up. You feel me? Like it's like that shit is just like perpetuation, and it sucks because the music is hyper influential, but the music isn't as influential as the system. I listened to everything growing up. I ain't go slide down nobody's block and do this. Like we all have like, nigga, it's movies. It's everything plays influence. And they got movies where niggas go shoot up everything. We're not going to shoot up everything, you feel me? Yeah. So it's like that perpetuation, it's just far bigger than rappers, you know, and the rappers is like, that's a good leeway, you know, thing to put it on, but it's far bigger.
I think it's just one small piece of an outlet, like the media and the government. The media already knows, and they have their move. They have Hollywood, they got music, they got different agendas, whether it's like cosmetics or whatever, you know. They got their agenda. They go way ahead than just
and they use like they selective bred in hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the same way you see them bulldogs, it's like, damn. You know, it's like they're choosing to keep certain ones famous and keep breeding a certain thing to aid music in a certain way, but it's not because the music, it's because the business benefits them more.
Yeah.
Like, these are the niggas who are willing to sign for $10,000 and give the label 85%, so they make the bulk money on. The smart niggas who are like teaching that other shit and doing the positive shit are the niggas who are like, bro, I'm not doing that deal and I never would. So who are they going to push? You know, they're going to push the ones that helps their bottom line. And that just happen to be what it is. It's niggas coming from the turf who ain't got nothing, who need 15,000, 20,000. And it like, you know, it's a sucky thing because you have to be cognizant of all sides. And I'm always like, you know, you get to choose what you invest in with your business. And subsequently, they choose whatever makes the most profit, you know.
I've been thinking about this lately and had a couple conversations very recently about how I think, by paying attention to the music, you know, DJing and the trending rap wars, and I feel like the West, I feel like things are shifting back to the West for some reason. There's a West vibration going on.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can call it the Kendrick song that, you know, I never really had a Kendrick song really come to the DJ like, hit that one. Like, and the Not Like Us is very popular right now.
Yeah.
And even Bay Notary and they've always liked the Bay sound. Like, what do you think is going to take for the Bay Area to move with that? If there was that, do you follow that?
I don't think it's a wagon to hop on. I think it's a wagon to let drive through.
Yeah.
And ain't no wagon to hop on. Stay the course. Keep cultivating your own wave in your own space.
Right.
I also don't think the West is lacking in representation. I think those of us from the coast in the West that do it well, the world know. And they're going to keep finding out more and more as we do it better and better.
Right.
I was on the phone with Ray Daniels one day, and he was like, labels make songs big, but they can't do what you've done. You've already done all the work. So if you go over there, they could just do the easy part because you did the hard part that they can't do. He's like, you're like Beyonce. Beyonce is Beyonce's biggest song. If you go up to everyone and say, what's Beyonce's biggest song? Everyone will give you a completely different song.
Yeah.
If you say it with T-Pain, most of us are going to give you 3 choices.
Yeah.
I'm in love with a stripper, bartender, can't believe it.
Yeah.
Feel me? But with Beyonce, it's like, she is the song. It's like Rihanna, and that's what we've been cultivating. Like, my brand is my big thing. The music is like a branch on the tree, but the tree is the special. The tree is what bears the fruit, not the branches. You feel me?
Right.
You're very inviting. Like you make like I watch you and I'm like, I want to be that guy's friend.
Yeah.
And that's I guarantee that's how everybody feels. Like everybody's like, I want to be around that guy. You have a very like inviting soul. I mean, there's everybody around you like that. It's dope. It's like a dope character to have, or piece of character to have. Not many people have that. So
we talked about this a little bit, but I have something in common with you. I've done backyard shows for over 10 years. I even kind of put on the Instagram story. Someone tell LaRussell we've been doing this for years. Where we grab a community and our community, and for me, it's the substance-free community, and that's been my thing. And we've had rappers, I like to bless them in my own backyard, not only with the tacos in the back and the photo booth going and a little funny game going on and somebody funny MCing, but you might catch Doobie or Mac Mall or RBL who else? Robin Forte, Keith the Sneak, and just be like, whoa, I never have you ever thizzed? Have you ever danced with Thiz in the backyard though? Someone came up and told me afterwards.
Oh God.
So I love the backyard show. Like when I seen this, I was like, he's got the vibe. Like,
come on,
man, we would be ultra blessed to get a LaRussell at the Murph Christmas, huh? Like that. I mean,
I don't know if I could do Christmas, but I would love to just do one.
It ain't Christmas. It's
okay.
always like an off day, like a few weeks prior, and we do a thing. But man, and
even if it's not that, if we could just do one in general, because I want to come. Brentwood went well, and I know I got more in Pittsburgh. And so I would love to.
Yeah, in fact, I have one coming up in July, but I know you're going on
what are you doing, like monthly?
No, we do pop-ups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pop-up little the backyard show is normally the give back from the year of pop-ups and the support.
Right.
But yeah, I'll have to
we'll make it happen this year.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. That
would be crazy. Yeah, we got a lot of love for you out in the Contra Costa. We call it Coco. And we're right across the bridge, I appreciate your authenticity.
Come on.
And everything that you stand for. You don't seem like a follower. You have your own lane. I wish you absolutely nothing but every success that is given for you. Stay on God's path. This is a destiny that it seems like we were talking about earlier, for you, that you are living, and congratulations, man. Like, absolutely.
Gratitude.
That's all I need to close with is congratulations. You have anything?
Exactly what you said. Exactly what you said. I appreciate his authenticity, his realness, and like I said, bro, you're just inviting. Like, I came here and I got to use LaRussell's bathroom within the first minute. I didn't expect to go inside LaRussell's house He used the bathroom, so
Did he have a special paper towel back there with the GC?
we're not gonna talk about his bathroom.
Them coming.
Yeah. Wait, you
Or like the
was it
format?
yellow?
We going all household items, everything. Like we just
I love
wanna.
that.
I want to be integrated in the life. We even doing toilet paper.
I love
Like
that.
I'm trying to be full Dixie plate essentials. Like
Yeah.
everything. You know, I feel like we
Okay,
we
company.
share our world with people. So
Yeah.
I think it works out.
That gives me like Master P vibes because he's got the cereal.
Yeah.
company.
Top ramen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
The turf
Right.
burritos.
I think it's pretty cool, and I just feel like when you create like life items, because everyone might not love the music. The music won't be for everybody, but it's like we still have something that you can find community within us with. You feel me? I feel like with what we building and what we stand for, it's like you'll find something you love,
Yeah.
music or not. It's like I just want to be integrated within the people.
Yeah. Dope.
Man, I feel like we could have talked about so much more, but we talked about what we talked
Episode
about.
2, the next one.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We might have to
LaRussell.
circle back after the tour.
Appreciate you, big
Come on.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah, let's tap in
Gratitude.
after the tour. Let's
Yeah.
see how that went.
We're doing the backyard show this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm serious.
DJ Murph,
We'll bring the whatever we need to bring out and shit.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
have a DJ and Murph at your party one of these days. We'll bring the backdrops. We'll custom design it. My man's the videographer and the musician, so we can all blend, and we're friends now, right?
I love it.
Well, thanks a lot. Let's go.
Yeah.